Hey guys, this is PZSniXSniPe here. Thanks for tuning in. Today's episode is going to be over how to execute a 1-1-1 build against greedy Terran players. And when I say greedy, I mean basically any gasless expand build, like one racks expand, command center first, basically those type of things. So the whole point of this build is that you're going to have your siege tanks and your vikings out, and you're going to do a fast enough push where you'll be able to either contain their natural or you'll be able to completely take their natural. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go for or if you're curious about the build order in general, it's located in the description of this video. So you should know that you're gonna be going for a 12 racks, 13 refinery. You get your first marine before you start your reactor, and so forth. And the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is scouting. Scouting is really important in this. I would say you want to go for an early scout. So as soon as you start your barracks, you're going to use the SCV that's building from the command center to go either cross position or close position. It really doesn't matter, whatever you feel like doing. The reason why you want to scout early is that if you scout the wrong spot first, they could potentially have their wall up before your SCV gets to the correct place, and that's why you want to scout early in the first place. This game I'm playing against a computer, but I just wanted to demonstrate to you guys how to do the build correctly. So as you can see, I know his base is here. If he has a refinery, so normally you wouldn't be like, oh, I should 1-1-1 him. No, if he had taken no refineries, then you'd be like, oh, he's gonna go for a gasless expand. Well then, crap, I might as well just 1-1-1 him. And to talk about this build in general, there are things you need to watch out for, even if they do go for gasless expand. And that's you want to try to have watchtower control. That's really important, or to let him not have it. Assuming that he either doesn't know you're going 1-1-1 or he already does. If he knows you're going 1-1-1, that's going to make your push a little bit harder, because there are certain tricks that expanding Terrans can do to either stop your push or delay it. The first thing they can do is either just building bunkers and having SCVs repair it. That's kind of annoying to take down, and that'll basically give them time to get their siege tech up. So what you want to do is basically when you're doing your push is try as fast as you can to kill their SCVs that are repairing. And if they don't have SCVs repairing, there's two other options they can do. They can either go for lots of Hellions, and with those Hellions they can pick off your Marines if you're not careful while you're doing your push. Because Marines are super important. I know tanks are the most important part to pushing your opponent, but if you don't have the Marines there to protect them, then they can just pull everything and just get us surrounded on your tanks. And without Marines, what's going to kill the SCVs surrounding your tanks? And that's another thing I wanted to say about SCVs. If they just go for a pure bio play, they'll probably try to engage you before you get over here and sieged. So they'll probably pull lots of SCVs in some cases. And assuming they go for a stim pack first, which most people do, they'll be able to just catch your entire siege tank army out of position. And even if you do siege and you kill lots of their units, they'll still have 2 orbitals, and they'll still be ahead on production, and they'll have their infantry upgrades. So yeah, that just describes on ways that you can counter your build. So basically be aware of when you're moving out, have an SCV or Marine scout out the position ahead of you, and try to keep the watchtowers under your control. But basically also want to talk about the siege tech path, or siege tanks. You really want to get the siege tanks out before you get siege mode, or because you can research siege mode and have it by the time you get over here or whatever. You can basically time it out. So it's more important to get your siege tanks down before you get your siege tech, because that way you can keep on doing continuous production. So as you can see, I'm just doing a standard reactor with tech lab tanks and a Viking. As I've said, there are plenty of different variations. Some people will choose to go for a cloaked banshee first and poke around, and then they'll follow it up with marine tanks and maybe more banshees. And sometimes they don't even get Vikings, because cloaked banshees, and then you can just cloak and just go around scouting the area unless they have turrets or something. And basically, like I said, I might have said this earlier in the video, I don't remember, but if you want, you can go either all in, or you don't have to go all in. You can pull lots of SCVs, or you can just pull 2 or 4 maybe, and because you want to do a bunker contain or a slow bunker push. Maybe you want to even push into their natural if they don't have tanks. Their main. But that doesn't mean this build, that's all you can do. You can also go for when you're pushing out. If your build's doing quite well, you can even go for a fast expand yourself. So yeah, and since I'm playing against a computer, this push is not very I don't really care. I'm just moving out for the hell of it. But you can see I already had 3 tanks, 2 Vikings. I have how many Marines? I have 15 Marines, and it's already almost, it's not even the 8-minute mark yet. So this is actually a pretty strong push. If I had added SCVs, it would be even stronger. But then I'd be cutting back on my economy, and that'd be bad if my push fails. Because like I said, this is like the most important part on Shakuras anyways. Like whether you get caught out of position or whether you're able to siege up first. And oh, another thing to watch out for is if they see, look at this. If I had been more attentive with my scouting, I would have seen this army. I would have already sieged up my tanks. Then I could have just like leapfrogged them. And when I say leapfrog, I mean like siege one, unsiege the other, move that forward, unsiege this one, move it forward, yada yada. And then like I'd be able to like build my bunkers and slowly push into their natural. And if they decide to move their natural and go in the main, then I just like I can either contain their natural and just keep my units over here. There are also some other things to watch out for, like maybe after they expanded, they're gonna go for a quick medevac timing attack, so they drop in your main. That's another important thing to find out. That's why you want to have bunkers in a push, because you'll be able to defend your tanks, and you'll be able to keep a solid like occupation of their natural. But yeah. So if you guys have any questions about the build in general, it's pretty simple, I'd say. If you're curious about the build order in general, I try to copy and paste the build order I did on this game in the general comments. So yeah, just remember scouting. Your tanks are really important, and your Marines are important. But everything is important in your army, obviously. But you just need to know if they're going Hellions, if they're going just pure bio, or if they're just going for like, if they're going for their own defensive 1-1-1. Because that means you have to push like really good and like try to get your tanks in position before they get their tanks in position. And that usually, if they do a defensive 1-1-1, you might want to pull some of your SCVs so you can repair tanks. Because usually then it might be a tank versus tank battle. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I'm sorry if it's a little bit like I'm a little bit like when my talking is like this, like it's a little bit jumbled and out of whack. But I'm just trying to get better at this right now. So give me a break. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe and like my videos. Peace.